Finally, Paxy's out with a frickin' video. How you guys been? I've been doing alright, man. Very busy, very hectic month. This month of March 2017. Tons of shit happened that kind of deterred me from doing actual work, and now I'm kind of behind schedule again. It's kind of amazing. Every time I want to be on time with shit, there's something that happens and I'm like, well, there goes the main plan. Here goes the main event, completely botched. I'm like a freaking failed wrestler who didn't go over, man. I went like, yeah! And people went like, no. No. In this case, life just went, no. No, you settle back down. You're never gonna be as great. You'll never be the next Hulk Hogan. That's what I feel. That's what I feel. There's quite a few reasons why this video took just unbelievably long. I have a few other videos that are pretty much done. They just need commentary, voiceover on them. But this one took months. It actually took months, and there's quite a few reasons. The first reason being that this is a digital, not a digital. Of course these are digital commissions. I'm gonna kick my own ass for being that dumb. Duh. Come on. Detailed commission. It has a shit ton of flowers and stuff, and I had a lot of fun drawing it, but it does take me longer to actually paint every single flower down, even though I enjoyed it, but it does take more time. I believe this commission took me a total of 17 hours or something like that. I'll do the math later. I'll put the math on the description and you'll know how crazy amount of time it took to finish this. Besides that, there's a problem I have. It's not a problem, it's just my process involves merging all the layers, including the line art, and going over those lines. Like coloring over those lines to make them sharper and cleaner. It gives a finishing touch to the commission is what I want to say. So when I have a bunch of line art in one image, it's going to take longer to finish. It's just going to take a little longer. I did a mistake. I did an honest mistake here, color-wise, and you might have noticed just now that I colored him with a very, very peach skin tone. And I didn't mean to do that. I knew from the beginning that this character had a dark complexion. He had like a very gold complexion, very olive skin. And I'm like, that's cool. And for some reason I fucked up anyway. It happens. I noticed like around halfway when I was rendering his skin, I was like, wait a minute. I think he's not this pale though. I tried to edit it on Photoshop. I tried to switch the levels on Paint Tool Sai, but then I just gave up and I just went like, you know what? It looks like I have to recolor this. Fuck it, man. I'll re-render this. It doesn't matter. Just do it. Do it live. And so I did. I'm glad I did that, but he still looks a little too pale, to be quite honest. Let me just share my personal real talk opinion. He's still a tad too pale from what the reference showed me. He's still a tad too pale, but you can chalk it up to how light the entire image is overall. Like there's so much pink and there's so much just light lavender going in there. Not to mention his blue hair turned a little purple and all that. It's supposed to be purple, like this violet blue sort of color. And I'm glad it turned out the way it is, but I'm just gonna say I'm gonna be more careful about that freaking skin tone. At least I have to double check my reference before choosing a color palette, because that's my problem. I chose a color palette beforehand and didn't double check the skin tones I picked up, because even though they look great with that color palette, I have to work around the freaking character, and I only thought of the purple and the pinks, and then I went like, oh man, skin tone is easy, just use the pink, bro. Just use the pink and there you got it, baby. Problem solved, finito finato. And then I'm coloring and I'm like, oh, I frittadoed. That might fry my ass right here. Fry my own hand, put it inside the heater. cause I deserve a little punishment for that. Just, oh man, I'm stupid. But what's done was done. So that was one reason why it took way longer, and it took like a crazy amount of time to actually finish this. Man, you know what? Now that I look at this commission, I could have done without the flowers on his freaking head. I don't know why they're there. They're taking too much space. They should get out of there so there's more contrast between his dark hair and the rest of the image. But too late. What you see is what you get. I guess I'm not gonna retouch this. That's pointless. The commissioner loves it, and that means I love it. Not really. Sometimes I hate my commissions all the time. There have been commissions where I can't handle it. I can't handle what I drew, and there has been one time. I believe there's only been one time in my life where I had to refund the commission because I just couldn't do it, bro. I was like, I'm sorry, man. Here's your money back. I just can't do it. You have to find a better artist for this shit because I can't draw it. I just can't. But that's only happened once, thank God. Every other time I just bit the bullet and just did it, and I went like, I love money. I just love money. I'll do it. You want me to draw poo-poo? I did it. There you go. He has a smiley face. It's the character from the Emoji Movie, voiced by Patrick fucking Stewart. Why? Why do you stoop so low? Why? Why do you do that, man? That's not fair. That's not fair to the world, man. You were just in a good movie, now you're gonna be in this fucking movie. Why? I hate it. Let's stop talking about Emoji Movie and go back to the reasons why this took so long. Other than the recolor, the many lines I had to go over through the process, there was a technical problem. And this video was originally like 30 minutes long. I had to cut out so much shit because the quality of the video, you might notice it's very pixelated. It's very pixelated, and for the longest time I didn't know why. And it was only until I made a second video I started checking every single thing about it, and then I checked like the properties and shit, and I noticed one particular thing. The bitrate was like 200, while my other videos the bitrate was usually 1000 or 800. Right now it's at 800, and I started face palming really hard because I think I did that thinking that my lag between the streams was gonna be better, but in reality it doesn't fucking matter. The bitrate should just be high enough. It should be at least 800, 400 and 800, but I had it in 200 or 300, something like that. For a higher quality image, you should always have it between 800 and 1000. So now I'm keeping it there. I amended my mistake, but yeah, I started editing my video over and over, trying to freaking figure out what the fuck was making it look so pixelated and artifacted. That was just a recording mistake on my behalf. So there's a bunch of shit that I cut off. Like I said, this video was like 27 minutes long, and I was like, I'm not gonna stand here talking to myself for 20 something minutes. I don't have time for that shit. So what I did, I cut off pretty much the ending of the process. I'm gonna be cutting off that ending because it makes me gag a little bit to see myself move around the canvas so fast, going over every single line. Like, it's part of the process, but I think people get what I'm doing when all I'm really doing is going over the lines. It's something I could freaking hire somebody to do as long as I tell them how to do it. It's just pick up this color and make a line, pick up the color, make a line, blur the line, just make it nice and pretty. Just go over my lines. I already made the line art. You don't have to think too hard. You just have to go over every line. Every single one. It's the most boring job. And that's why I cut it off, because it's boring to me. The rendering part, the very first part when you're working on a commission, that's the funnest part. The last part, it's like fucking final boss. No. It's not the final boss. It's that optional boss, honestly. It's that optional boss that has like 3 times the normal health and can kill you in 2 shots. That's what it feels like, because I hate doing that last part. I have a fear of finishing shit, even though I have to finish. I have to finish something so I can feel a little prouder about myself. So that was an issue. That was the technical issue there. Hopefully won't happen again in future videos now that I'm aware what bitrate actually does. Hopefully I'll take that and I'll go like, I'll never do that again. That will never happen to my live streams or my recorded video processes. Funny story, one time I started a live stream and people were telling me, I can hear your voice, but I can't see anything. I can't see what's going on. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on, Picardo? Are you fucking with me again? Are you licking my nipples with the tongue of an elephant, like the great words of Critical? And so I checked and I had my game capture on for some reason, even though I don't have any game footage with me right now. I'm like, oh, it seems that I left that on. I wonder if I lost any freaking videos with that, and I did. I did lose a few process videos because of that, because I was too stupid not to check if I was capturing the right footage. At least it was small work, but still, that makes me so fucking mad. Why am I this dense sometimes with technology, dude? Why? Why does this happen? Doesn't matter, though. Now that I learned from my mistakes, I will now become stronger. Fun fact, by the end of this video, you'll notice an up in quality. You'll notice just a giant jump in quality when I'm doing the line art, coloring over the lines. You'll notice that the quality is suddenly not pixelated, because that's around the same time where I noticed that the bitrate was giving the video issues, and I got so mad because I finished rendering everything, and I'm still so disappointed by that. So this video had to be cut off so much, and you'll see some transitions, some fade in transitions, simply because there were so many jump cuts that I wanted to be a little easier on your eyes. And hopefully you're not missing much, really. Process is so freaking long and big. The next video is gonna be so much better. I swear to God. It's gonna be so much better. You're gonna be like, wow, Paxi did learn from their mistakes. Bless you, fucking idiot. Hopefully you retort that way. You just go like, wow, you did such a good job, you dumbass. I would have done this way before making the mistake, because I ain't human. Human, flesh and blood were made. I'm only human, born to make mistakes. Look up that song. It's kind of awkward listening to it because the lady who backup sings is very squeaky, and I think we can do without her. That's just me, though. That's just my opinion on the song, because she's just so squeaky, and I'm like, can we go back to a like normal, I don't know, what do you call that? Mezzo soprano, just mezzo tone. I don't know what you have to do this squeaky ass voice to you, and I'm like, calm down, girl. Calm down. Your voice is a little too high pitched. I'm sorry. That's all I'm gonna say for today. Thank you so much for following this entire video that's full of excuses and not actual funny stories. One funny story is that I farted so hard that I hurt my anus. That's the only funny story you're gonna get here, folks. See you later. Editing this, and this dog won't stop fucking barking. Stop it. Stop.